Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Stand Gamers, and welcome. So today I'm playing a little bit of Planet Nomads. Now, since I last played, there's been a number of updates, and there's been a hell of a ton of new blocks added. But this is not like a checkup video. This was just me giving it a bit of time and building some rather cool things. So what I've been experimenting around here is using these rather cool winch blocks to create a little ferry. Now, my idea eventually is to expand this out to a cool base that's out there and then have this ferry connect it back and forth. And I've done a vehicle ferry over there, but we'll demonstrate that in a minute. It works really simply. So this was the base idea. The base would be built on this particular pillar. And then my idea is that we need to make sure that the switches are both off. So you just activate the switch like this, really simple. And it tows you across the lake like that using the winches. Very simple idea, cool little barge concept. But could we get a vehicle loaded onto this thing and transport it across? So let's just make sure everything's a function. There we go. And you can also go back if you want. That's the important part of this design. Let's see if we can go back. Do we need to turn that one off? Yes, we do. Oh my god. Okay, that's what happens when you don't turn the winches off. They both pull each other, and then you get a platform that goes out of control. So let's turn that off if we can. C. Let's just disconnect that from the menu. There we go. And if we unhook that, there we go. It should fling itself back up. Oh no. Well, I think that's going to be upside down. Hopefully that doesn't happen when we attempt to load a vehicle on. So we've got the vehicle one over here. We've got ourselves a little platform again. We've got this little car that I've been working on building. And fingers crossed we can get it towards the platform. Because if I can do this, this means I can have a full base on the other side. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a catwalk here. We need to make sure that we have the power off as we load these vehicles on. So let's get in our little rover. Quite a simple little rover design. A little bit of all-wheel terrain drive. So we're just going to load this on quite gently and make sure we don't wreck anything in the process. Let's see if it's possible. Oh no, back wheels, back wheels! Okay, okay, right, we're out. Oh, perfect. Let's see if we can pop out of that. Okay, so it looks like we've actually managed to load the rover on. This is farther than I've ever got before. Before it crashed into the drink twice. And we nearly lost the back wheel going off into the side there. So it is possible. Maybe we need some sort of gate that comes up and retains it after we're done. We could add, we've got these like cool hinge blocks in here. We've got a few different blocks. Let's actually have a look down. So before I attempted to make a trailer and load it on with the trailer, but as you can imagine that didn't go well. So we might be able to do a hinged gate, power that up and close that across. But let's see if we can actually now tow this block. So we'll switch the winch on and hope everything stays aboard the barge. Oh, it's working. We're actually making it to the other side. This would be a great way of crossing the banks. Saying that, they have got these new hover jet engines in. Let's see if we can unload it onto the platform and turn this bad boy around, and then we'll cart it back. So that... let's give it a little bit of thrust. Come on. Yes! That is what I'm talking about. That's the sort... I love that sort of fun engineering when you build something and it works and it gets your vehicle across the other side. I mean, the thing is, when you're playing Space Engineers, you don't have the water aspect. I mean, it just kind of loses a lot of things that you could be doing with the water. Let's do like a 1,000-point turn to get this thing around here. We might have a bit of a problem as well. We might have to turn it back around because we're a bit too close to that platform there. We could just reverse it back on. That would be maybe a bit cheating though. Let's try to turn it around in a very small platform. Okay, no, it's not going to work. So we're just going to have to gun engines and see if we can get across that little gap we've made. Oh no! Right, perfect. Okay, let's hop ourselves out. And we can disable this winch. So that issue doesn't happen that we had over there. So let's switch that. So that winch is now off. We'll make our way to the back of the craft, the little boat. And this time we'll switch it, but we'll actually jetpack off so we can see it tow across. Go into first person. Oh, look at that. Lovely. It's going a bit dark though, so you guys are struggling to see it. Well, there we go. We made it back to the other side, so hopefully that'll just clip into place. There's still a little bit of a gap though, so if we can offload this back across the other side, I think that's mission success. And then I'll load it back on and then pull both the winches at the same time just to see if the vehicle goes crazy. Okay, so we're in the cockpit. Let's change to third person. Make sure our lights are on. There we go. Reverse this off and be really careful while we're doing it. Okay, back wheels are off. Front wheels are off. Perfect. A lovely little bit of a night barge. Now let's drive this back on and we'll see what happens. Oh, it's easy getting it on. It's harder getting it off from the other side. So we'll pop that off there and we'll activate both the winches at the same time. So this is going to be ultimate carnage, I'm sure. Okay, switched. Oh, God, it doesn't like that, does it? Oh, the vehicle's going to end up in the drink at this rate. Oh, actually, it's actually managing to stay on. It's doing a bit of... Oh, did it nearly land on the other side? That might be salvageable. So this winch on this side's broke. That winch on that side's broke. I like the idea, though. It does break. It doesn't just go totally crazy. So the water's actually pretty shallow here. So let's see if we can get back in and rescue this vehicle. I don't think this really meant to be a submarine. And we've got kind of a wheel that's stuck over on the side. We'd have to maybe use one of the winches to pull it off. Let's see if we can do that. So if we hover over to here, the only thing I don't really like about the jetpack in this game is how if you let go of it, it lowers itself down. It doesn't just hover. So let's attach that hook. Oh, we need something to attach it to though. So let's grab ourselves a hook point. That's one of them. And let's just place that on the back there. And then if we go back into the building menu, let's just put a weapon away. Aaron's still getting used to the controls, as you can see. Okay, we can go C. And we can hook that up. We need a winch, though, to do that. So we have to go back to the winch. And switch that onto there. So, attach. Go to the back of our little craft. We could probably attach one to the tree, actually. Is that a smart idea or a more stupid idea? Let's do the tree. Let's do the tree instead. Because then we're not pulling it into the lake and possibly wrecking everything. So we're looking for the winch block. Winch block, winch block. I've probably gone past it already. Let's just start from the top and work our way down. If so, if we can, if that would be nice and possible. I've got, there it is, right at the bottom. So let's install this winch block on the tree. So I've shown you how all these blocks work before. Let's hope you can actually install it on the tree. Oh, you can't. That sucks. Right, let's go back down there and see if we can hook, just using the original plan up. So once this is hooked up, we'll attach the winch to the other side. So let's attach with E. And let's attach that to that hooking point. There we go. So that's attached. Oh no, the winch is broke. It can't go through the side. You can see how the winch has just snapped off a load of the rear armor that was on there protecting it. So it doesn't look like we're getting that vehicle out. I don't think I can physically thrust it out either. We could probably take off that landing gear or even just pop. I've wrecked the whole thing. Let's see if we can get it out now anyway. Pop in my vehicle. Yeah, there we go. Right, it's becoming a bit of a submarine here as the cockpit slowly fills up with water, but we should be able to get this vehicle out. Oh, I think the reactor's not doing too well in the water. No, we're going to a watery grave. So we've lost the vehicle. We've proved that we could do a little bit of a barge river crossing, though, that I think is quite fun. So I'll leave you with that. Something a bit different. I quite enjoyed building this today. I'd love to hear what you'd like me to try to build maybe next time in Planet Nomads. Anyway,